Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I know I haven't posted in a while. I've been kind of busy with my travels. I'm here in Southeast Asia still, and I know there's a lot of people that are having to stay home, depending on when you're watching this. Right now there's a big pandemic going on. I know a lot of people are asking me, how are you making money and paying for your travels and all those questions. So I work for a company in China, and it's English adult group classes. So in this video, I'm going to talk about the benefits and the drawbacks for working for this company. It's again called Likeshou or Likeshou, however you want to pronounce it, and how many hours I work, what the pay is like, and some thoughts. So stay tuned. Hey guys, it's Marvin. I'm currently living in Southeast Asia, and I've been traveling for 2 years. Last year I decided that I wanted to work online. It's a company called Likeshou or Likeshou, and it is adults only, except sometimes there are high school students that go, but the majority are going to be young professionals or college students. It's in a group setting, so I have 1 to 4 students. I really enjoy it, and I want to share it with you because I know right now a lot of us are having to work from home. Likeshou or Likeshou, however you want to say it, is based in China. So all the students are from China. They're from all over China, and they tend to be college students and professionals. A lot of them want to improve their oral English skills because they want to apply for jobs in America or other countries, international companies. They're in college and it might be part of their major, and some of them actually just enjoy speaking to foreigners and learning new languages. Some of them know multiple languages like Japanese and Korean. So now let's talk about the benefits. Why I really like working for the company is that it's adults. I do enjoy speaking to adults. A lot of the ones that are fluent I can have regular conversation with, and it's not as taxing. There's definitely people that are at a lower level and you spend more time with them, but I don't have to worry about being too entertaining, I guess. I feel like that's a requirement when you're teaching younger people or kids. And I like the group or virtual classroom setup where there's a PowerPoint that's set up. It's about 12 to 15 pages long, and you can just rotate through each student. Another benefit, of course, is the pay. I'll talk about that a little bit towards the end, but it is more than minimum wage. You do get paid once a month, and you need to have they'll go through the whole bank account situation if you're from the US. If you have a regular bank account, I have a Wells Fargo account, and it's totally fine and easy, and they'll guide you through those steps. The most popular times to teach would be evenings in China, which would be anytime after 6, maybe 6 to midnight are the popular times, and then anytime during the weekends. So if you're in Southeast Asia like I am, then you're fine because you're really either on the same time zone or really close to it. But if you're teaching in other places like America, that might be a big challenge. Now let's talk about the drawbacks. So the drawbacks would be sometimes there's some technical difficulties you have to work through, and sometimes those can be very frustrating. And when I first started, I was actually really stressed about them because I really wanted to show a good job. So sometimes you have to work through those. I've gone through so many of them that I usually know what to do. Another drawback can be consistency, and that's between you and the platform. Sometimes when I started, I was like, well, I just want to work a little bit. I don't want to always be working, and I don't want to be obligated, but you get to choose your slots. But also at the same time, if you're inconsistent with your schedule, then you won't be booked as much. So keep in mind, this isn't something where you can just sign up and say, I'll just work 1 day a week. No, the expectation is that you have a pretty open schedule, and with that, you'll get some bookings. My goal is to try to have between 20 and 25 hours of class each week or lessons. But sometimes I'm working, 6 hours in one day. Sometimes I'm just working 1 or 2 hours the next. So it can be inconsistent, but The longer you're on the platform and the more open your schedule is, the more you'll be booked. So in terms of what kind of the courses you teach or the PowerPoints, I'm going to go ahead and show you some of the courses that I've taught recently. So you have an idea. The topics are pretty fun. Sometimes they're about electricity, sometimes they're about exercise, or they could be about business English, or just kind of fun topics. A lot of these PowerPoints aren't going to last the 45 minutes. That's how long each class is. They're 45 minutes long. And so they're not going to last 45 minutes, but you're going to learn how to stretch classes, maybe stop and talk about something specific in the PowerPoint. You're not required to actually finish the PowerPoint. So sometimes I'll finish the last page at 45. Sometimes I'm just on page 6. It's really kind of getting the students to talk. It's not really, the material is there as a jump off or starting point, but it's really getting them to speak and helping them along. So sometimes some students need more help than others. So let's talk about pay. So pay definitely depends on your experience. You don't need a ton of experience. The requirements is you do have a bachelor's degree. It doesn't have to be in education. And I would say that they would probably prefer that you're a native speaker. I don't know many teachers on the platform, but the students say that sometimes their teachers are from Eastern Europe and other parts of the world. So I don't know what the rules necessarily are, but I can tell you that they do prefer, and most platforms actually prefer, the American accent for some reason. I think it's maybe the easiest one to understand. And after that, I think they do prefer like a British accent as well. But it doesn't hurt to try to apply depending on where you are in the world. So in terms of pay, you are paid in the Chinese yuan or RMB. So it's roughly around 100. It'll be a little bit less when you start, and then you have a probation period, which is about a month, and you have to teach about around 30 classes. And once you've passed probation, then they'll give you a little bump in the salary. I give you the amount in RMB or yuan because the amount fluctuates. Sometimes it's worth more, sometimes it's worth less. It comes to about $15 US. And then there's a bonus structure if you attend workshops, if you hit a certain amount of hours a month. And so keep that in mind. And remember, it's still more than minimum wage in the US. And the commute and the cost of the commute is much, much better. That's it for today. If you want to sign up, I'll leave my referral link in the description. I'll probably also put a link to my friend who's also doing kids on Vipkid, so you can kind of choose which direction you want to go. You can definitely ask me questions once you sign up. If you sign up, let me know, and then I can help you, guide you through how to pass the test. And if you sign up for Vipkid, let me know, and then I'll get in touch with my contact and have them go over how to pass that exam. The Vipkid, you start around the same price, but they have a more beneficial bonus structure where you can probably make more teaching children than you would adults. It's just I enjoy teaching adults more, and so that's why I chose Likeshou. So thanks for watching this video, and I will see you next time. Take care.